After an awakening, often we find a lot of simple beliefs just kind of sublimate. We just see like, oh, that's just a thought. That's just a thought. But somewhere down deeper, there's something that really still wants to identify a certain kind of will, a will to perpetuate a certain sense of self, a certain sense of who we take ourselves to be. And that's much stickier usually. Some part of us is a little unconscious around that, doesn't want to look there, and that can stick around for a while. I would say there are a reasonably small number of typical types of those processes that run in human beings, but we're all wired a little differently. And for some of us, certain ones are more prominent, or certain ones are more hidden to us. So something like competitiveness, for instance, might be very challenging for some people. For other people, it's not an issue so much at all. Or attachment to validation. You know, we all go through some form of that, but for some people, it's a much deeper and more perhaps hidden feature. Yeah, and those are just examples. I mean, there are many things we can fixate on, but there are sort of aspects of our personality based on essentially false beliefs, and often have some component of emotional repression to them, and they can stick around for a little while. Often these sort of fixations, I think, require more than just sort of passive investigation, like meditation. Sort of there's a passive approach that does soften the deeper resistance patterns and emotional fixations and so forth. But sometimes when it's really strong, has a lot of identity around it, a lot of will around it, a lot of shadow, we really are compelled to dig in a little bit to really take it on as an active process of investigation into whatever that is for us. And they typically are rooted in something very fundamental, like safety. The typical things that we all as humans, as mammals, are very interested in as far as propagating our own life and so forth, but they get identified with and they become distorted and become these dark or hidden parts of our personality or persona. Sometimes it's that's why a relational experience can be helpful. A trusted friend, a trusted mentor, or a group. They all have the potential for a lot of downside as well, though. There can be dysfunctional groups as well that can almost accentuate things, or we can become convinced of problems we don't really have, and that sort of thing. So a lot of times these sort of fixations have also their opposites. And when you relate with other people, sometimes it becomes a polarized experience. And so you can almost dig it in a little deeper, or maybe it changes a little bit and now it's something else. So that's why I say a sort of trusted person, someone who really is good in this space, or just really honest inquiry around it, and sort of sustained investigation where you don't let yourself off the hook so easily and keep at it. Some things are very sticky. I've just noticed this with myself and working with other people. But what's interesting, this may be a bit of a side note, but like if I'm interacting with someone directly, and especially if they have a lot of clarity, like they've maybe had an awakening, they've done a lot of work, usually it's exquisitely obvious to me what the remaining fixation is, because it's almost like they tell me what it is, but they also at the same time tell me, but that's not what I'm interested in working on. It's like, let's work on the awakening stuff, not that. And it's like, but that's the one thing you need to work, that sooner or later you'll have to let it go or investigate it or whatever. But again, it's sneaky, it's shadow, it's the view, it's the view from which you're proceeding, apparently, the view which is forming your sense of who you are and how the world looks to you. And it will look very convincingly that way. It will very much look like the world is that way. I am this way. I'm sure of it. I'm sure this is my problem. And the problem is often hidden behind the perception of the problem.